Hey, welcome back, everyone. It is time for another red-hot cover call video. Well, hey, look, I'm back behind the mic, fired up. We got a couple things we're going to talk about today. In fact, there's so much to talk about with the markets finding their footing. They're starting to move sideways to higher, just like I told you they would. This is what Wall Street does. But look, did we generate income from it? Yes, we did. January turns out to be not $5,000 like I showed you a couple weeks ago. Ended up crossing the $6,000 mark. Over $2,500 of that $6,000 was poor man's covered call trades. And I only have half of my poor man's covered call portfolio put together for this year. I absolutely believe I can generate $100,000 using the poor man's covered call as we move forward. We could use less capital, generate double and triple the profits, like I've explained here on the channel. And we're going to do that time and time again. Now, what we do here is talk about retirement income. You need retirement income. This is the place. We talk about that. All the trades I talk about here are ones that I do. It's always what I've done versus you could do this. I think what that does is that tells a story that I have skin in this game, right? I want to show you how to do this so you can be successful. I risk real money when I do this. Got to have a winning strategy. And over the past 5 years, I've been able to have that. Last year, we had some hurdles. We're battling back from last year. But I'll tell you what, 2022 is already kicking ass. And I absolutely love it. We got to put money on the table. So with that said, we're going to talk about how we can double our covered call profits. I'm going to show you exactly how you can find great covered call stocks using the dividend capture strategy today. Today, you're going to learn something. I think it's going to up your game. So if you're interested in learning how to generate passive income, with that said, if you like anything you hear, I want you to subscribe to the channel. Come back every week, show you timely and relevant trades to up your game. And hey, look, if you like this video today, bang the like button. It lets me know you like what I'm doing. Now, what I'm doing is I'm showing you that inside the upgraded CTP dashboard is a dashboard that shows all the stocks that are having a dividend in the next 30 days. I always tell you that part of finding great stocks, you have to have a list. Right? You have to have a list. And once you have that list, you want to have that information so you can sort it and use it and save it. See, over the past 5-6 years, I've never found that. Right? You got websites that'll show you the highest yielding premiums, which to me is worthless. We should not be doing our research based on the highest premium possible. You will get absolutely kicked in the ribs when you do your research that way. We need to do research where we start at the bottom. We pick stocks we recognize, great S&P type companies. And what we do is work from that foundation. We see if they have a dividend and what the dividend's paying. When's the X date? When's their earnings date? What's the chart telling us? All these things we need to do once we find that stock. But you have to find the stock first, right? So I'm going to show you today how I find my stocks, and I'm going to give you a real example. One that I am doing right now, having success, right? This isn't a coulda, woulda, shoulda, or, hey, I think you can do this. I'm in it. I'm doing it. I've actually pocketed the dividend, and I'm going to share that with you today. So let's go ahead and get to it. And we're going to talk about Valero stock, VLO. This hit my radar, and I'll tell you what, you had to act fast. So I wanted to send the members an email because I was going to do this trade. This trade sets up so beautifully, it's hard to miss on this trade. So what we talked about was this. Valero was going to have its dividend in the next couple days. I thought it was going to be the very next day. Turns out to be 2 days later. But it doesn't matter. We have to act now. So looking at Valero and what they pay, I decided that we were going to do it. Let me show you how I found Valero, and then we'll talk about what I sent to the members. So for the past couple weeks, I've actually had people say, John, you never talk about the upgraded CTP dashboard. In your videos, you talk about the emails you send to the members, all the trades you send, the ones you do. Why don't you talk about the jewel of the membership? Having one place to find the 100 best stocks trading now, one place to find the top ST90 stocks and all the dividend paying stocks inside the upgraded CTP dashboard. Well, I'm going to show you today what that looks like here as we find a stock for the covered call plus dividend capture strategy. You get this all with the membership. The emails, the access to the upgraded dashboard, all the Stock Talk videos and all my trades and you see it all. And on top of all of that, you have access to me. You could ask me any question you want about selling premium. Hey, no question is beneath me. I love helping those that step forward and want to be helped. The upgraded CTP dashboard has the flagship 100 best stocks trading now. It gets updated every single week. Now, it's the dividend dashboard that I look forward to seeing all the new stocks every single week. Let's take a deep dive into the dividend dashboard, and I'll show you how I find great stock trades like Valero. Now, there's Valero, and that's where I found it. Now, let me show you how I find them in the dividend dashboard, and then we'll talk about the Valero trade. Now, the first thing you should notice is there's 480 stocks that are giving a dividend this month. So that's a lot of information to consume. What we need to do is get rid of the noise. So what I love to do is look at the ex-dividend dates first. I want to pick my stocks, which are about 2 weeks outside of their ex-dividend date as a part of my dividend capture strategy. So I want to set my X dates appropriately. So what I do is I come over here to the X date and I'm going to filter this data. Now what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to get rid of all of the X dates and I'm only going to pick the X dates I want to look at. I'm going to pick anything below February 15th and we're just going to select them here. What I love to do is sort this number so you only see the stocks that have X dates February 15th and beyond. So now what I love to do is this. I love to go to quarterly dividend and see how much they're paying. Because what I love to do is generate about $1. So when I write that covered call and possibly collect the $1 dividend, all of a sudden now we are collecting double the profits. Because a lot of times a covered call premium might be $1. So I'll go ahead and sort this Z to A, right? I want the highest dividends to be shown at the top. Let's check it out. So now what I want to do is I actually want to get rid of even more noise. I only want to see the companies that show $1 or more. So what I'm going to do is scroll down and look at the stocks that pay close to $1. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click watching here because I'm going to go ahead and select the ones that I want to watch and then I'm going to go ahead and get rid of everything else. So what we're going to do is drag this up so where all those fields show watching. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort only by watching, by getting rid of the blanks. Now, when we get rid of all the blanks, what's going to happen here is this. Only the stocks that have dividends from February 15th and beyond, right? They pay $1 and up. These are the stocks that I want to look at. This is my filter or my screener that I use, okay? Now, what I love about the upgraded CTP dashboard is if any of these stocks find themselves on the CTP dashboard or the top 30 dashboard, it's going to say right there that they are a stock that is one of the best fundamental and technical trading stocks right now on Wall Street. Now, in this case, none of them are. But I absolutely love sorting those stocks because I know I'm picking good ones then. I'm going to go ahead and the first thing I'm going to do is see if I recognize any of these companies. Okay. I'm not just going to get involved with a company just because they got a fat dividend, right? That defeats the purpose of the golden rules of covered call writing, right? We have to know the stock, want to own the stock, and then we build our research from there. Now, what I see here is this. Goldman Sachs, McDonald's, Johnson & Johnson could use all of those. But I'll tell you what, I want to sort by money, right? I don't have $367 for Goldman Sachs per share. That's a lot of cake for a covered call because you'd have to have $36,000+ for 100 shares. So let's go ahead and sort by price. And we're going to go ahead and put the lowest priced ones at the top. Now, this is where it gets fun. Yeah, I know Duke Energy and I know Goldman Sachs and J&J. I know what they do, okay? And it's really just a matter of, do I want to get involved in those stocks? Because I could easily go to J&J, buy 100 shares, write a covered call, and just kick my feet up, right? Check out the company at the top, WY. I can't even pronounce the name. Weisenhower. Let's go ahead and check out what they do. And if you hover over their name, you'll see that there's a Google link, and we can go ahead and click on that. It'll take us to the WY ticker. Now, again, I don't know anything about WY, But looking at their chart, I usually use the 1 year. This is screaming off the charts, telling me that this thing trades in a range. And we can absolutely bank on a couple things. This support and this resistance. And with it trading near the top, well, at this point, I don't want to get involved with this stock because it's trading at the top. I buy the shares, I write the covered call, chances are it's going to fall to the support line. So I'm going to hold off on WY. But what I'm going to do is write a calendar entry in Google Calendars. 1 month from now, I want to look at WY. We know WY pays a fat dividend. We know that they're at the top of their trading range. And what I want to do is keep this as a basket of stocks I'm researching for companies that pay big dividends. Now, I'm not going to use WY, but that's an idea. Okay, so I want you to keep these ideas close to the vest so you can use them to your advantage. Now, I think you understand what happens next. Once you do pick a stock, you're going to be able to do some research. We're going to go out to these various jump links. We're going to find out and confirm if they have the ex-dividend date, what the ex-dividend date is. That's very important. You have to buy the stock, know the ex-dividend date, because the call buyer may want to take your shares, be the on-record owner of your shares. Okay, that's very important. Next, we want to see when they have earnings, right? We want to try to avoid earnings if we can. Earnings can be very dicey. I want you to try to avoid them, even though I break that rule myself. In fact, I just did a covered call on a stock I own, and their earnings were 1 week later. PayPal. Then you have all kind of different things. I love to verify the chart. What does the chart look like? I love to see what articles are being written. Maybe any of those articles jump off at me. I can read them. I love to go to the options chain, right? You have to go to the options chain for a particular stock. And inside the dividend dashboard is a mini calculator. So you can actually calculate all the numbers and it'll actually produce a cash on cash percentage gain for that trade. Now look, being a member gives you access to all of that. But here's what I believe is the real jewel. This is great information. Even if you don't take the trade, you're getting emails from me. You're seeing the world through my eyes. Valero is about to go ex-dividend. I want to be a part of it. Remember, they pay close to $1. Now, its chart is absolutely banging. Valero has fallen a little bit, but for the most part, it's trending higher. This is a great opportunity to get shares. I believe it will go higher than lower. So what I did is I sent out the note to the members, look, this is exactly the trade I would do. If I were going to do this trade, here's what I would do. And we talk about buying 100 shares. We picked the March 4th expiration. We're going to pick that at the money strike. See how it's trading at 82.46? I'm going to actually entice somebody to take my shares at 83. So I can be out of this trade because they're going to pay me $3.12 for a couple day trade. Now that didn't happen, and that's okay because I collect the $3.12 and I was the on record holder of the shares and I collect the extra 98 cents. So now this trade is valued at $87.10 for me if my shares are taken away. Now, if they're not taken away, that's fine. I collect $3.12 plus the 98 cent dividend. We pocket that. That's cash we can spend. Now we have a stock that's actually trading in a great range where it's trading lower in its range, and we can hope that it's going to go higher. Write another covered call. Let me show you the actual trade I sent to the members. Now, once I made the trade, I send this out as quickly as possible. That's exactly what I did on Tuesday, February 1st. It wasn't much long after I sent that email to the members. Notice where Valero was trading when I wrote the email. So a couple days have passed and Valero has moved higher. But this is what I was talking about. Notice it had fallen off, got on its horse, got a little higher, peeled back. So that's a nice little support line there. Sure enough, it's starting to trade sideways, and when I make the trade, it pokes higher. I believe it poked higher because the dividend run happened. Right? Wall Street wants that $1 dividend, so they have to buy the stock. So that's what they did. They bought the stock, and now it's above $86. So remember, they're going to take my shares at 83. I pocket $3.12, and I was the on-record shareholder for the $1 dividend. This is what I told the members. Valero hits my covered call plus dividend capture radar because I found it on the dividend dashboard. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pick the at the money strike, hoping they take my shares. If they don't, I'm going to collect that fat dividend, adding to my profits. I'm going to pick that March 4th trade because I believe Valero has peeled off just enough it could make that run again to resistance. And if it does, they take my shares. We move on. See, I'm not fearful of having my shares taken away when I make max profit. Okay, that's very important here. So we break down the income potential, and the income potential is great. This is a very short window trade. I'm going to make max profit of $420. That's 5% cash on cash. You see it right there. Make $12 on a stock move, $310 in premium, and $98 in dividends. Now, I did this on 100 shares, largely because my portfolio is stacked right now. I did the Citigroup, Gilead, I got all the poor man covered calls, but I wanted skin in this game. I felt so comfortable when I send the members this email that I wasn't just going to talk about it. I was actually going to put skin in the game. And that's what I did. And now it's paying off. Look, if you want to be a part of my membership and get this kind of access, you go to my website, cptdashboard.com, click Upgraded Dashboard, and I give you a free month. So look, I love to show the members my trade desk. Let me show you my current trade desk and what I plan to do with my current covered call trades and the plan going forward. I love to send this out on expiring Friday if I have any trades expiring. Well, I actually do. I have Riot expiring. That's a 500 share cash secure put. 23 strike, absolutely getting kicked in the ribs as it's fallen to 15. Now, here's the deal. What I love about the 2 cash secure puts I've done on Riot is this. Even though the stock has fallen, I've collected $3 on each of the cash secure puts. My cost basis when assigned the shares is around $22.50. I was given $6 in premium. If I elect to use that premium to bail me out of this trade, well, the stock's down $7. I was paid $6. My cost basis, I'm $1 in the hole. I could write a 1 month covered call, collect about $2 on Riot, and we're back at scratch. With that said, I'm not going to do that. You know I love to use my premium. I'm in retirement, got to pay some bills. So we got to battle our way back. What I can do here with Riot, with it moving some 13% yesterday, I can write a 23 and get about 50 cents. And we'll wait for Riot to move higher. Look, if you think Bitcoin is not going to move higher, I'll tell you what, that's a momentum trade that absolutely is juiced. And I think Friday, with it moving some $2,000-$3,000, I think Bitcoin might be ready to make another move. Now, with that said, do I know where it's going to go? No, but I'm going to play the Bitcoin miners, and hopefully I could sell some premium, knocking it down, making this a green trade. Now that Nucor trade is blowing up, that's a poor man's covered call if you remember. I'll tell you what, Nucor is now trading for $113. I did the math on this for the members, sent them an email of why I'm not buying it back now. Because if I buy my short call back now, I'm paying too much time value. There's too much time left on this. Nucor literally got on its horse after I did this trade and just rocketed above my strike price, which is 97. So for me, I have to wait so we allow time decay to erode my short-term covered call trade, right? We're going to have intrinsic value in that option. It's way above $97. But right now, the time value portion of my option is over $1. So buying it back, I'm going to give up $1 of my original cover call premium. And there's no company events that are happening where they would come in and snatch my shares. So really, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait and see. And even if they come in, they want my shares, the trade will be closed. I'll keep the difference, collecting max profit again. Now, I do have that Square cash secure put. Haven't talked about it. It too has too much time value in it. But I'll tell you what, that expires this Friday. So now we have time decay eroding the time value in this option. What that means is this. My cash secure put option is basically trading at real value. The stock's down $50. My option is going to be down $50 and 1 penny. So what that means is I can buy the option back and pay no time value, not eroding my original cash secure put profit. Now, using the word profit here is absurd because I'm now down some $40 on this. So I have to make a decision. Do I buy this back, take the loss, or do I stick with the shares? Because I tried to run a roll out and down. And I'll tell you what, man, rolling out and down, I was going to be down 20 some bucks. So I almost want to take possession of the shares here and see if this works out. I'll keep you posted on this. We can't win all the time. Now, everything else sits in my portfolio. I have these trades on the books. We got the Valero trade. We got Rocket. I keep using Rocket, even though this thing is now trading for around $12. It even dipped into the 11s. But when we make 20 to 30 cents on 4,000 shares, that puts about $700 to $800 in my pocket. And remember, I've already made over $20,000 on Rocket. So for me, this is just a trade I'm doing every single month, pocketing $800. We're going to keep writing that deep out of the money strike, the 30 or less delta. Chances are our strike will not be challenged. And even if it is, I'll buy it back. We'll keep this money wagon rolling. Yeah, I'm down, but at the end of the day, I'm putting $800 on the table every single month. Now, the Southern Company trade is a 69 strike, and the stock's above 69. That is a doubling my dividends trade where I'm using a long-term buy and hold stock just to grab an extra dividend. I do that with covered call writing, and we'll see. Because the stock went above 69, I think it finished below 69 yesterday. But hey, I got till March 4th. I'll roll it. We'll keep that gravy train going too. Absolutely love doing the double my dividend trades because I pick up little crumbs. I'm a crumb snatcher, crumb king, love adding to the monthly income. Now, 3M is a poor man's covered call trade, and the stock has fallen some 20 points. But that doesn't deter me. I'm going to keep writing short-term 30 deltas. We're going to keep that trade rolling as well. TQ's 5250. The TQ's 5250. This is the big boy here. This is January 2023, knocking down 30%. We're going to let that one stay on the book. Somebody commented below saying, hey, stocks moved higher. What are you going to do? You're going to buy it back. Well, I'll only buy it back if I get 50%, right? Because I laid it on the absolute line when the stock was down to 52.50 and the stock market's getting crushed. So I want to get paid. So right now that option is trading at about $12.50. So profiting $3.50. No, we're going to try to pick up at least $7. I may let that trade go until January. I feel so confident with it. In fact, I was running some numbers yesterday. How could I do another cash secure put on the TQs? And right now, another at the money cash secure put will put 27% in my wallet. I'll tell you, I got closed end funds that pay me a monthly dividend income. I'm actually thinking about swapping out some of those, plugging in an at the money January expiration cash secure put. I could triple my monthly income. Now, Gilead, Rocket, TQs, TNA, Marathon, all these trades are on the books. We got them. We're going to keep rolling them. And of course, PayPal. If you noticed, I actually put PayPal back to work. I told the members that when the stock was crashing, I wanted to wait until we got a green day. Yesterday, we got a green day. So I went ahead and sold the 17 Delta out of the money, picked up a little crumb. I think I picked up about $300. But we're going to keep that trade rolling because I have time. It's a poor man's covered call trade. I don't have to act for a while. We're going to keep rolling, pocketing as many credits as we can. Hey, look, I got that one free month for you. You'll get access to all these dashboards. Don't you want to see the top 100 best trading stocks right now? Well, I do. In fact, after this video, I'm going to go see which ones are on the list because I find myself in that dividend dashboard. That's putting real money on the table. Hey, look, go to my website, cptdashboard.com. I want you to click Upgraded Dashboard. It's right there. And I'll give you one free month if you do it today. Hey, look, be safe, be healthy. Most important, be lucky. Until next time, may all your covered calls be profitable.